Charlie, we saw the president today in a bill signing ceremony regarding prescription drugs. I don't know if this is actually moving a little bit more toward the free markets. Possibly it's kind of a lateral move. But what this legislation does is allows consumers to at least have a little bit of competition, if you will, and it lifts a gag order that used to keep pharmacists from explaining the reality of the costs of prescription drugs.
I actually don't think I've agreed with you more on a lead-in. The most excited I can be about this signing is meh. I mean, the problem here is that this is the president saying that private businesses can enter into a contract together on items that they agree on. And that means, in this case, that insurance companies wanted to have a gag order on the pharmacies, and they signed those contracts. Now, the fact is that gag orders are not popular. As a patient and as a consumer, I don't want my pharmacy to have a gag order. So in general, the public is going to support this action. But having a government that says you can't have that private agreement isn't good either. The real solution, and where I would have been excited, is if Trump tried to free the patient and actually make the patient the client. That would have been the right way to solve this issue, because as patients have the money, they would stop these gag orders because they would put a demand to it. Now, you know, is this going to move the ball? I don't know, but it's nice that patients will have this option. But I'm not really excited about the government deciding what can be in a contract.
And when you zoom out and you look at the big picture, Charlie, I think you would agree the solution to the high price of prescription drugs in the end is competition, and stop this monopolistic tendency that the federal government has, this ability to grant to these pharmaceutical companies. Competition is, in the end, what's going to set us free from these rising prices. And competition, I should point out, is what essentially is online competition, I should point out, is what's driving Sears into bankruptcy, right? I mean, Sears just couldn't, they didn't have a game plan for what transpired in the 90s and the aughts, and now they're looking at the precipice of bankruptcy.
It's the fall from greatness. We've seen this from a few other companies from that era. Toys R Us just went out of business. Kodak has had generally the same fall, and now Sears is going through it. I mean, Sears still has 506 stores. They have about 360 Kmarts. But yeah, they have to make a $134 million debt payment here soon, and we're seeing their stock plummet as they've been unable to make an agreement. And so, again, we're seeing these big box stores, and if you look at Amazon, they have the same side of square footage and probably more than Sears, but they're using it more effectively. They're using it more efficiently. And Sears never made that upgrade. And for that matter, they haven't invested back into their companies either. So we're seeing them kind of this fall from grace. It's kind of sad because you're seeing the old replaced with the new, but at the same time, that means we're raising our quality of living, and that's a good thing in general.
Survival of the fittest out there in the free market. That's the bottom line. Sears still has time, I think, to change its model. It had plenty of time. It's a little bit late now. And isn't it ironic, Charlie, when you look at Amazon, mostly online, but now they're actually going to brick and mortar retail outlets. So they're kind of doing this model opposite, I guess, more the modern way. Charlie, thanks.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.